Hi everyone, welcome to the Boys channel. It's a very quick one from me today. So this is not a review, this is not a location tour, something a bit different. So if you know me, you know kind of my horror tastes, you'll know that The Shining, as much as it's become a bit of a cliche over the years, is my favourite film of all time, my favourite horror film of all time. And because it's The Shining, I'm allowed to treat myself. So a few years back, Taschen released this £3,000 special edition book of The Shining, which included a number of different materials, behind the scenes pictures, things like that. And as much as I love the film, I've travelled to the Timberline Lodge and stayed there overnight. I've spent a decent amount of money kind of tracking various bits of fandom from the film, but I wasn't willing to shell out £3 grand. But I have spent about 100 quid on Taschen's. It's sort of a reissue of the same thing. It's a slimmed down version. Yeah, and it's about 100 quid. So I thought it'd be fun to unbox this. It's literally just arrived. I've had to sit with it for 2 hours while I waited to do this video, so very frustrating. But anyway, let's see what is in the box. So it's arrived about 2 hours ago. Let's get this open. So yeah, as I said, I mean, The Shining has been my favourite film now for the last 30 years. I must have seen it when I was about, I think it was about 10 or 12 years old. And we used to have a VHS version of it, which used to cut off about 10 minutes before the end. So for about 2 years, I didn't actually see the end of the film. And then I got a VHS copy in Christmas 1994, I believe. Remember it very well. And I've owned many versions of it since. But this is very exciting. So I just lift this up. Here is the book. So I think this is going to be a couple of volumes. Let me just have a look. And spin it out. This just got released. I bought it direct through Taschen a few days ago. I think, yeah, initially came on sale in October. So we've all waited a few months for this to come out. So let's just snip that open there. And I'll just turn this way so you can see it. But I mean, already really nicely designed. Part of me is like, oh, should I even take the plastic off? But screw that, I want to read it. And hey, I'm not having kids, so there's no inheritance to worry about. They're not passing this down, but this will be very finely kept. I have actually washed my hands so I don't get grease and things on it. But yeah, there we go. So that's that. So let's have a little look. I believe, what does it do? It's a little, is it a side? It's a side opener. There you go. So you've got 2 volumes there, so I don't know which one is which. Let me just try and tip those out. So, volume 1, we have got what's called the scrapbook. So this looks pretty cool. This is very like old school photo album. So I think, let me just kind of give you a bit of a better view here. So this is, so a little scrapbook, I presume predominantly about the film. A lot of this stuff is kind of background stuff about the sort of more about the novel, and like fictionalized notes and things. But yeah, here we go. So you've got in here a lot of these behind the scenes pictures, and it's that the weird thing. I've been to the Timberline Lodge in Oregon and stayed in the hotel, having found out afterwards that actually most of it wasn't filmed in Oregon. It was filmed on a backlot in Elstree Studios in Hertfordshire. So my understanding is that a lot of this, so when you see the maze, you see the hotel. Now, you won't see the maze in the overhead shot at the beginning of the film because the maze isn't there, and you won't spot it. What I believe is here now, which is very depressing, is this is now the site of a Tesco car park. So yeah, but this is really cool. This actually shows you the beginnings of the Colorado Lounge, some of the sets as they were being built. Wow. Okay. Very cool. So yeah, there's the set. Actually, this would all be a lot of set pictures initially, and then that's going to go into some of the shots from the beginning. The quality is great. I mean, those all look great. There is Shelley Duvall, rest in peace. Passed away at the end of last year. And yeah, I mean, I could spend all day going through this with you. I'm going to spend a bit of time by myself having a proper look, but this is great. It's a really cool production shots, things that I've never seen before, and there's that, I have seen that before. That's that very cool shot of Jack, Shelley Duvall and Danny Lloyd in the set of the car as they drive to the Overlook. But okay, well that's one to come back to. So that is the scrapbook. And then I believe this is actually a novel or a story generally about, so this is actually a novel about how they made the film. And I've read some reviews that say this is almost like a thriller. So it's almost a sort of a story in itself about how the film actually came together. And this is, for a fan like me who thinks they know everything about this film, this is just going to be so exciting. I mean, this is literally the level of detail that we want. I mean, look how thick that is. That is just full of page after page after page of pictures and just narrative about how that film was built. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I guess what you don't get with this is a lot of the sort of limited edition stuff. So I think missing is sort of like some of the sort of like glossy pictures and things like that. But I will report back. That's the box set, and have a little look. I will let you know in due course. I'll have a read. I actually have a video of The Shining planned at some point, so this little book here, this little set, will give me a bit of material to research that, so bear with me. That'll be one that's coming. And yeah, otherwise I will catch you on those. See you later.
It's the lodge.